Do you see the growing? Welcome back to the channel. This is the gardening portion. Look at that, I got my little dome. My dome going there. And you can see my pegs. I splurged on these ones. Woohoo! They're made out of wood. They come with their own pen. And I'm trying to hide off to the side here so you can actually see what's going on. And now, ta-da! Whoa! Almost fell over. Hi everybody, welcome back to Black Thumb. My thumb is black. I don't have a green thumb like my hoodie I got on today with the little tree mark, because this hoodie plants 10 trees. I got my seed tray. See my seed tray? This is my second seed tray. As you saw at the beginning of the video, that's my first seed tray. And you must be saying to yourself, but you're nuts. It's February. What are you doing? Well, the reason I have this out is, one, hopefully you went down to your local grow center. I go to Incredigrow. They sold me this light and this and this and this. And they have them in stock year round. Year round. You can go down there, woohoo, year round. They got the trays and they got the inserts. As you can see, you can plant a lot. So how many can I plant on here? I believe it's 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoo, that's 36, 72. I can start 72 plants right here, right now. And if I was starting my Carolina Reapers, ghost peppers, more eggs, and yellow thigh chilies that I'm planting this year. Oh, and my jalapenos. Always plant jalapenos. And so those are the pepper varieties. Also, I start yellow, red, and green peppers. And my climate doesn't really allow the peppers to get to the red, yellow, and orange stage, even though I plant red, yellow, and orange seeds. Remember, all peppers, green peppers, bell peppers are green until they turn their color. All of them are green until they turn their color. I don't have a, it's just don't have a climate. I'm zone 5. They say we're a 5A. Some people say we're a 5B. I personally think we can be a 4B. It depends. Oh, by the way, zones mean when frost comes. So, do you get frost in May and you get frost in September? You're a 4A. You get frost in April and then don't see it again until November. Oh, you're a 6. See what I mean? So that's how the frost works. So some years, we don't get any frost. May 1 will be the last, but usually it's around the 15th. Frost in the fall, in October sometime. Every now and again we'll get it in September. Gee, a couple years ago we got it September 6th. And to harvest everything. Everything was just green. And I just had buckets full of it. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of tomatoes, but the frost was coming. And I had to get them off the vine, get them in the house. Otherwise, no good. So, starter. You want to start your seeds. It is February, and I highly recommend that you don't start any tomatoes, flowering plants, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, cucumbers. I'm going to do calypso cucumbers because when they're smaller, they're kind of square. I wouldn't start any of that in February. I won't even start any of that in March. But I do want to get my blue beauties and my orange jazzes going, and I want them to be good size this year, and I'm going to try and really get them pretty big in the house. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to give it a shot. So get your seed trays, get your seeds, get your starter mix. Starter mix is very expensive. One of the things I want to point out today in Black Thumb Gardening is the cost of your gardening. So, how much do these things cost? Well, a tray's about $3, and these are the fancy hectagon insert things, and I use them over and over and over and over again. This is the 7th year of this tray. 7 years. So I spent $10 for this. But I've got 7 years out of it. I get 10 years out of it. That's $1 a year for 72 started plants. That's pretty good. And I take care of my stuff, and I keep using them over and over and over again. Throwing them away and stuff is forget it. And these are flimsy. Got to be very careful. So you got to take your costs into account. This grow light behind me was $300. Again, I've been using it for 7 years. So it's coming down. But when you do that first year of growing your own stuff, it can be expensive. Take your seeds cost and take things into account. Things are very expensive at the store right now. I still have I froze carrots. I grew beautiful carrots last year. I still have a whole bunch frozen in the freezer. That's the only way to make them survive. I've got lots of salsa, made many different kinds of salsa. I got salsa videos if you want to watch how I did it. This year coming up, I got even some newer recipes we're going to try, because I made one that was just, quite frankly, too hot. Can you believe I just said that? Too hot. I put way too many ghost peppers in there. Holy macaronis. I put so many ghost peppers in there, and a few Carolina Reapers. And on the hot scale, most people use 5 fireballs on a hot scale. This is 6. I mean, my wife said to me the other day, "Why is your face red?" I'm like, my face is not red. So I go down and I look in the mirror. My face was red. I had some salsa and chips 2 hours earlier, and my face was still red. Whoo! And guess what? We don't have to repaint the house, because we changed the color of the paint. It didn't all come off, but we changed the color. Now we don't have to paint. So, Black Thumb. Just wanted to give you an idea of what's happening. I did start Carolina Reapers, and and if you're looking to do this, it's pretty easy. Fill these up with starter mix. Plant your seeds. Everything's about 1/4 inch when it comes to peppers. Okay, I don't know how to start carrots indoors. I heard there's a way to do this. I'm going to try and figure out if there's a way to start carrots indoors, because I use white, yellow, orange, purple carrots. Okay, if I could start them indoors, that would be great. They get planted perfectly. I'm willing to do that. If you're willing to do that, that's great too. So depending on your zones and where you are, if you're going to grow, just remember, growing in buckets, really hard to do. Don't recommend it. I don't grow potatoes because, well, you can buy them cheap, and there's great potato farmers out there. And quite frankly, I can't grow potatoes for what I can buy them for. Exotic potatoes like fingerlings, that's different. So thank you for tuning in. I just want to let you know, we have started plants. And we got our tray going. We got our reapers and our ghosts. And believe it or not, they look like they're almost ready to pop. But we're a long ways away. But this is a 180-day plant, and I live in a climate that's 120-day growing season if I'm lucky. So gotta start them indoors. So if you're like me and you gotta start them indoors, let's start them indoors. Just a little review. Just want to stress this. When you're starting indoors, make sure you got lights. Okay? But this is the beginning. Get your starter mix, get your seeds, not too much water, your dome, your light. Let them do their thing. Pepper plants are always 2 to 4 weeks to germination and popping out. And then you got to transfer them, and we'll have a video about don't letting the get root rot. Not root rot, root growing, where the roots have just grown the entire pot and that's it. That stunts your plants. When you move them out, you don't get good plants. So repotting, okay? You got to time this out. It's crazy, and I'm terrible at it. But I love the plants, so I always start more than I need, and hopefully I get enough in the garden to fill it up. So thank you for tuning in, and our next video will be transplanting. We'll see you in the future.